L H O N LHON. It's everything LHON and more. At the Genetic House with Brian Aston. Here's Brian Aston.
Hey everybody, bunches of stuff today. Just haven't got everything out in all my videos. Yeah, sure, these are all like an hour long, and I don't want to watch an hour video. Also, this is kind of my journal, I guess you could say, or documenting the journey of taking all the supplements, which ones, when, dosages, and all that. And I'm not gonna watch 9 million hours of videos. You can learn all that later. We have AI. You just give AI my channel and say boom, and then it can write everything and write a whole description and story and what happened when and timeline and all kinds of good stuff. So all of that is part of why these videos are so long. I want every detail I can about what I'm doing to be in these videos. So it's sort of a documentary proof of what I've done, I guess. So that's one of the reasons why my videos are long. And I didn't even get everything out. I didn't get it all out. So I forgot this. 2 videos. The last 2 videos, I should have said this, but I just been studying so much and I've been working on so many things, and holy shit, the master plan I'm putting together to just, yeah. So a lot of stuff. First up, Dr. Courtney Francis. I will go see her June 3rd at the Montlake Medical Center. It's at the UW, University of Washington Medical Center, college or whatever. So she's at 2 locations, Harborview downtown Seattle, and then this one. Harborview just didn't answer the phone, so I called this one and I got an appointment June 3rd. So yay, another 2 months. I meant to set this appointment back in December. And I just forgot the holidays, and then January and February, and I don't know, whatever. My fault. So I was really interested in getting this appointment at about a year doing this plan. Because I went to Bascom Palmer, went through all the testing. What was it? March 3rd, 2024. And then if I get tested March 3rd, 2025, so a month ago. But that would be a very good comparison to what my vision was, what I did, and what it's at now, which I still think is going to be the same with, my appointment on June 3rd. But I waited too long to go to a doctor, and it's a like initial appointment, like your first one. So I assume it's just going to kind of be general testing and maybe thought of as a short conversation. And we don't really have much of a relationship, that sort of thing. So she's not like, oh, Brian likes to talk for an hour and a half. Let's go. Yeah, so June 3rd is my appointment to see Dr. Courtney Francis, just because we all like to talk about LHON doctors and stuff. That's who it is, and that's when it is, and where it is too, I guess. So I will go see the doctor and get all the testing and stuff. That's the number one question everybody wants to know. What do the doctors say? What do your tests say? The doctors, they don't have any interest in what I'm doing. Not ever. They never have. I'm the fucking blind one. I want my vision back. I'm doing things. Oh, you're a doctor with a job, and this is a study you're running, and patients, and this and that. You work with that. And they ain't got time for all that shit. I care. So that's kind of my point about doctor's appointments and that whole thing is I care. You got like 9 million things to care about, and work and family and job and blah. Yeah, it's a lot, right? Life. So this is the only thing I have to focus on. And just it. 29 hours a day. um, so basically, I got the appointment set, and I will go get all the testing done, and I have access to all of my chart medical records and stuff. So I will see what I can do with um, bringing up old medical records and talking with AI, and then bringing up new medical records and talking with AI about what the differences are. Whether they're looking at my MRIs, if I'm going to go get new MRIs, which I should, but whatever. You cool. Yeah, so I have a lot of things going on. Yeah, but I'm going to kind of touch on a bunch of different things here. So next up, I want to talk about the viewers of my channel. It kind of surprised me. So the breakdown of male versus female. What do you think it would be? Before I started my podcast, so I guess this was like almost 3 years ago now. That was a long time ago. Holy crap. I looked at my stats on my um, YouTube Studio app, and the percent of male versus female. So females were 19% of my viewers. The rest were males. But I would never have thought this. I thought that 19 and, I thought that percentage kind of lined up with my views of LHON. LHON 11778 is like 80% or something like that of people lose vision from LHON, and this amount is females, the majority is males. Just kind of the general thing I've always heard. Well, I can't tell you everybody who watches this is blind and affected from LHON and that sort of thing, but YouTube knows who you are. 50% are male and 50% are female. Wow. I wouldn't have really thought about that. That the female viewership would be, 50-50. So that was kind of cool. um, just expanding the reach, I guess. I don't know. Also, 100% of everybody who watches my channel is between the age of 25 and 35. I'm not talking to any young kids. There's no 20-year-olds shoving TikTok down my throat. Quiet. And I'm not talking to any grandmas. So, everybody is a little bit younger than me. Hi. And another piece of info, this really got me. I was like, really? It didn't make sense to me. The breakdown of kind of country or viewership, America or the United States is 25% of the people who view my videos. And the rest is kind of different places. Poland, I mentioned you before. I seen you on there. Poland was a larger percentage of viewers worldwide. Poland and England, but yeah, it's just kind of crazy that 25% only is America, and 50-50 male female. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. So we're expanding our reach and getting to more people and letting them know about, how do I put it? You could say there's hope. I think that we can. I didn't really have much of an idea about what things I could do or what I could take or if that would ever give me vision back. But what I've done in the research and all the trials and everything I've gone through, I truly think there's hope here. Your body's no different than mine. My body heals in the same way yours does. That's just kind of basic principles of stuff. But yeah, I think that we're just going to keep going with this and DTC the fuck out of it, okay? So let's just keep going with this video. So, is what I'm doing causing my eye pain? Is taking all of this stuff and doing what I'm doing causing physical pain and taking me out of life in some way? Like, I need to just be in a dark room. Like, my eyes hurt, like back before, which is different, and that hasn't happened for 9 months or so. So the eye pain that I've dealt with for 15 years or whatever it's been, I don't have that anymore. And point. I always have a lamp behind the camera. Last time I said behind me, which doesn't make sense because the camera's behind you, or the lamp is behind you, behind the camera. And I took the lampshade off, and I was calling it a hat. But it was super bright. And so I put that back on, and in the video I watched it back, and it was putting flashes like when I would move. I don't know, it was weird. Like the whole lighting of the camera was all messed up. So I put the hat back on. So eye pain, is what I'm doing causing eye pain? I vote yes. Is it bad? I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say it does suck. I had like 2.5, 3 hour conversation with the AI about my eye pain and exactly how it feels and exactly where in my eyeball is, and like very detailed, long conversation and everything. And um, I guess I could have pushed it and said, well, I think it's, no big deal. It's just that it's healing or something, because I'm hopeful and positive. And it gives me this big, long scientific breakdown about how the 7.8 DHF can be waking up the neurons or sending signals down a tube that hasn't had signals in it for a long time. And that could be painful. Or that new neurons are actually generating because of things like the lion's mane and NGF and the BDNF, that the 7.8, the lion's mane and the bacopa, and all of these nootropics that are mixing together. It could really be fixing things. Because, yeah, that it sucks a lot because pain in your eye is not the best. But also, I've been dealing with it for a long time, so it's actually pretty mild in comparison. But I would say yes, definitely what I'm doing is causing the eye pain. But it's different than what I've dealt with before. Like somebody who doesn't have any eye pain, they do all this stuff and they have the same type of eye pain that I have. Life ending? No, I don't think so. Weird, sort of painful, different, maybe a little freaky, because, like I said, it's not something you have experienced. But I feel this is just the pain that I've got to go through for the healing. And yeah. So, is what I'm doing causing pain? I don't know exactly how, like in a stand back, just negative way. I don't know how it's doing it, but yeah, it's causing me pain. It sucks. On more of a, I guess, scientific, looking at it more logically, and all the research I'm doing and everything, and all the pills that I'm taking, it's a lot. And I'm really trying to get in and really find out exactly what's going to do what. So I might be waking things up that just haven't been alive in a long time. Um, Now, thinking, like, say I went blind a year ago. I was just affected, and then I start doing this. Um, are my eyes gonna hurt like that? Maybe not, because I'm just thinking out loud. Because maybe the damage is way less. And like that tube I was talking about, the signal sends down the tube. It's been empty forever, and then now you're trying to use it again, and that's painful because it's waking up the signals and pushing stuff down the tube again. Um, so you went blind a year ago, and then nothing's been down the tube for a year, and now you're sending the signals again because of everything in the plan. Um, I don't know that that would be as impactful, like on the pain kind of thing. Um, just thinking like, because it's not been as long or whatever, right? But that doesn't make sense because if it's broken and it's healing, and if for you it was broken and while you healed it, it hurt, uh, wouldn't that make my shit hurt then too? I don't know. I think every single person, every single case, or everybody's situation is different. That there, I don't think there could be like a standard. Like 30% of people will have eye pain because of this healing or whatever, that sort of stuff. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting off track a little bit. My mind's just wondering, like, because I don't want to create something that, hey, it works, but yeah, it caused pain and all that sort of stuff. So trying to take that into account as well in mixing around everything I'm taking and kind of really dial in all these supplements and what they're doing for me. So years ago, I was playing fantasy football, fantasy sports, just using my phone, and I was going through all the stats and everything, and trading players, benching people, putting people in, just, swapping in and out and in and out, and only mattered the number of points I'd get at the end of the week. And I took first place doing this like orchestration of move everybody, do everything all the time, and put the best for this and whatever. I'm kind of thinking that, well, I'm not thinking that, I'm kind of applying that to this supplement stack. Like the, I posted a video, a short, and it was a recording of my AI talking about nicotinamide and niacin, and I talked to it for like 2 or 3 hours. Everything is a couple hours long for me. So I had it write just kind of like a summary at the end and made a recording and then made a YouTube short out of it. But I will be not taking niacin anymore. And the reason is because niacin, NMN, take the same pathway into the mitochondria, not the mitochondria, but the ETC. And the niacin and the NMN could clog up the same pathway, right? And nicotinamide, also kind of the same realm. It's B vitamins and stuff. There's different forms of B vitamin, but nicotinamide takes a different pathway into the ETC. It's the salvage pathway, so there's a lot less risk of anything getting clogged up. I've said multiple times that's kind of what I've been trying to pay attention to, and on that one, I slipped. this one clogs that one, but this one and this one are happy there, and everything's going well. Get that clog out of here. um, so, no niacin, nicotinamide. And I should get my nicotinamide today. And that takes us to the next segment. Cost. How much is this costing? Over the last 5 months or so, I've really been buying things like almost. I found it, I bought it, I'll research and then I'll try it. Like PS. I don't think that I will use PS at all. I'm not even going to take it. So another bottle I'm probably going to throw away. I got a cabinet full of that crap. So I spent $270, and what I bought was 2 bottles of lutein, 2 bottles of apigenin, 2 bottles of lion's mane, 2 bottles of bacopa, 2 bottles of astaxanthin, 2 bottles of methylene blue, and a bottle of the nicotinamide. And I don't know, I spent a lot. I didn't spend that much. It was only $280, and that is enough with the supplies I still have left over, or just more. I have L-taurine, R-alpha lipoic acid. Oh, I also bought vitamin B12, 2 of those. So I have probably 2.5 months worth of pills to take right now, and I spent $280. And I've done more research into all of this combined to make a pill, and then final cost, how much it's going to cost me, my cost and all that. Things seem a lot more realistic. It's not going to be $400, that sort of thing. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know yet, but beginning stages of research and looking into things, that's kind of how I see it. It's more around 200 or less, but it's a lot of stuff in there. So down the line, we have to get through the process and figure out how the hell all that works. So just a guess at this point, but there's a lot in it, and hopefully it helps. And you could buy it. We win. Yeah. So that's, really the main point. I want this that actually helps to be something that we can buy. In my last video, I guess I was trying to portray or get across my feelings of how bad I want this. I was saying, I've been blind longer than you. I want this more than you. I want vision back more than you. Or, I was like, hey, calm down. I guess that's kind of aggressive in a way. But I was trying to portray, like, in that moment, it wasn't really something I thought about. And, I spoke about trying to commit suicide. And these aren't videos I plan out. I'm really just talking, and things just come out, like the stuff about my attempted suicide, and that's bad, and how much and all that I was going through, and what I'm doing now, and the amount of vision I've gotten back, because it really has happened. I'm glad that didn't work. And I guess, like I'm saying, I was trying to portray hope, not like, oh, I have your hope, and without me, no. All my videos are, public or whatever. I go through every milligram of every supplement and dose and blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying to hide anything. I'm trying to make this for us so that when we go blind or once we've gone blind, we can fucking do something about it. Because you were not thinking before you went blind, I could almost guarantee this. You were not thinking, you know what I'd love to do tomorrow? Lose 80% of my vision? Yeah, sounds good. Why not? I think that you'd be real hard pressed to find a person who said that before they went blind. Like I've been saying, my whole premise all along for years, being blind is dumb. Being blind is dumb. With the vision that I have gotten back, it's way less dumb. Being blind is still dumb. I still have to do stuff because I'm blind, and that's dumb. But a lot less. And it's a lot easier. Like I've mentioned, like I dropped my magnifier on the ground and I gotta crawl around on my hands and knees and feel the whole floor, and I oftentimes don't ever fucking find it. I have to wait for somebody to come home and be like, hey, will you get my magnifier? They're like, oh yeah, it's right here. It's always right in front of me. But that has been cut down like 80%, like bigly. So just little things are a lot less having to do it like a blind person or in my blind ways. The little tips and tricks and different little ways that I did things. I'm finding I'm pulling back, like when I look at the monitor and I know where it is. I know, like I need to click on an icon. I know where the icon is. I zoom down and I'm right over it. But there's two that look very similar right next to each other. Like for this program I'm using, Broadcaster, that looks the same icon as VCam, which same company. Icon looks almost exactly the same, but you have to read the text of the name of the icon or the program. So I have to get in close, but I don't have to get in that damn close anymore. Still close, like 2 to 4 inches. I mean, it depends on the angle I'm at and what glare is coming. Everything depends on everything, right? But I have to. Well, I don't have to. I'm finding myself when I lean in and I read it, and then as I come back, I can still read it from a little further back, and I'm like trying to get used to before I go all the way in to read, stopping at that point where when I came back, I could see it. Enough to read it with work, right? Nothing is perfect. I wish it was. That'd be dope. So, I've been doing a lot of things. Got a lot of stuff going on. I'm like really deep in trying to set up everything I possibly can so that creating this, building a company, building another company, a foundation, being able to give it away, being able to make the money to do so, a lot, and partnerships, and it's never ending, and only new things come, and only expansion happens. So with the supplements, like I said, I'm adding nicotinamide instead of niacin, and also, so I am dropping niacin, and I am throwing in the game nicotinamide, different pathways, make things work better, flow smoother, not clog things up, because I want things to all do things that help me, not clog up shit and then cause me problems. That'd be bad. um, so I have dropped niacin. I will be adding nicotinamide. I received that today, and I will be adding that in slowly over the next week. Um, and also, right now, I'm dosing up on 7.8 DHF. I'm on week 1 of that. So next week, I will do 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. Following week, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night. And just continue to see how everything goes. Um, there is one thing, fantasy football, playing lineup here, and completely translucent. Don't want to hear this, maybe. Huperzine A. So I am taking 3 100 milligram capsules per day, morning, noon, and night, and I'm no side effects of any kind. Morning and noon, so twice a day, nothing. And once I've added the nighttime dose, and it's been 2 weeks now, um, a little gassy. I don't like that. So I might pare the Huperzine A back down another 100 milligrams or morning and noon, just twice a day. So that's also stuff I'm trying to pay attention to. Not everybody wants to take a vitamin and makes them fart all day. Right? No, I don't. So, trying to just fine tune everything about all of it. So, yeah. So, next we've got L-carnitine and DHM. So those are also things that I found. It's been too long now, maybe 2 months ago, when I was saying I got more things to add to the list and just take time and all that. So over the next month or two, I might start adding those in and testing and seeing. Well, it might be more than 2 months, so this might take a little more longer than 2 or 3 months, I was saying, just because I'm really trying to fine tune everything. And like with the Huperzine A, I might take a little bit away, and that might not be in the final recipe, sort of thing. So, really just trying to fine tune and mix and make sure we have the best lineup so that we win the goddamn game. Because I want to see more. Like, I got a bunch of vision back. I really have. It's fucking amazing. I love it. But I want to see more. Because more is not good enough. We need vision on a fucking DTC level, okay? Yeah, you get a thumbs up on that. That was retarded. Alright, guys, I just wanted to come in and just keep filling in details and running more of my plan and what I'm trying to accomplish and what I'm doing. And sometimes I say a little bit goofy things. I've been blind longer than you. I want a vision back longer than you. That sort of stuff. But I was trying to, in that moment, I was like, as I was speaking, thinking that, I want to portray that I'm very serious about this. And that's kind of what I was saying about that. But yeah, just wanted to kind of update on a bunch of things and keep putting information out and seeing how it goes. I will do a lot more. I'll talk to you soon.